Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to check out Near protocol. And if you remember, in the previous Near update we were right around this area, and I was saying this can be an impulsive structure on the upside, but most likely we are having 1 2 3 to about this point, and then like a correction for 4, and you want to see another move up into wave 5 in order to be more optimistic. I also said what you do not want to see from here is a rather strong move on the downside in order to have overlapping of the waves between the current move and this wave 2 right in here, which the height of it is somewhere around like 2.3 bucks. So what happened, unfortunately, the bearish scenario, and we are clearly, as you can see, having overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4. Now, do not get me wrong, I am still kind of able to find a bullish possibility in here, and I can still say maybe these are like a series of 1-2s. For example, we can have something like this, like a 1 2 3 4 5, and in here we may have like another 1 and a 2, but on a lower degree relative to this one, and then we're going to get another move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. But it's a bit hard for me to consider the previous 1 2 3 4 5 wave scenario, and changing it to this possibility is a bit of a warning sign for me. So this is why right now I want to be a bit cautious in Near protocol. I am optimistic still overall, and I do think maybe the low is already in, and even if it's not in, we are going to probably have another move down and just barely set a lower low, and then that will most likely be it. We're going to get a very strong bounce back. But about the short-term price action, again, I do think we need to be just a little bit careful. Now, if you remember, specifically, we talked about the divergence that we had in H1 time frame between these highs right in here. There we go. And I was saying, if you want to be optimistic in Near protocol in the short term, all you need to see is a break of the divergence line right in here, which will translate to another rather sharp move up. But unfortunately, we didn't get the break. And you might say, well, okay, this is a clear break. No, it is way too late. Okay, we should have gotten our break right around these areas, but as you can see, we absolutely didn't. Now, here is another important sign that you need to be aware of in Near protocol. I'm not sure if you like classic patterns, but if you do, this might be a bit of a bearish head and shoulder structure for you. Now, this is the key. Pay attention. I said this might be a bearish head and shoulder. Why? Because it's not at the moment confirmed that we are having this thing. Why is it not confirmed? Because we need to see a solid break of the neckline, and in order to have that, you need to see an initial break under the line, followed by that a pullback, and then a continuation of the move down in order to take this low. And for now, we're not having that. Sure, we are on the verge of having it, but it is not at the moment confirmed yet. If it is going to get confirmed, well, okay, at that point, you should probably count on a continuation of this move, maybe something like this, pullback, and then yet another move on the downside. And what is the target for this pattern going to be? You need to put your chart on regular scale first, and then measure the height of your pattern from here to about this point. Excuse me. Okay, and this is giving you like, yep, about a $2 Near protocol, and I do think it is actually possible for us to get to here. Now, if we do something like that, at that point, I need you to have your eyes on this important low about, let's say, $1.95. Why? Because if we go down and take this low, at that point, finding a bullish scenario in here is going to be extremely challenging, and you need to be aware of the potential bearish scenario, suggesting maybe this is like a 1 2 3 4 5, which in it we may take the lowest low down here about like $1.8 as well. But again, like I also said it at the beginning of the video, I don't think that we're going to go like a whole lot lower than this point. In fact, I'm thinking we're going to go possibly to about the lower band of this support around $1.7 area, and then hopefully that is going to mark our final low, and we are going to witness a beautiful and a strong bounce back. So let's have a quick conclusion and wrap up today's update. In Near protocol, unfortunately now we are kind of having overlapping of the waves, and if we go down a little bit more, number one, this head and shoulder is going to get confirmed. And number two, we're gonna have at that point overlapping of the waves between this move and also this one, which is not really going to be that much of an optimistic sign. Sure, at that point I might be still argue maybe this is like 1 2 3 4 5 in form of an expanding leading diagonal, but that doesn't mean that I am going to remain as optimistic as I was maybe a couple of weeks ago. This is very important to understand, and I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in your protocol. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.